Hey guys, it's Video Fletcher, and I know it's been a hell of a long time since I've done a commentary, and I'm going to explain one or two things, and I've got a topic that I want to talk to you about today. So basically, the reason I haven't been posting is because I haven't been enjoying the game at all, to be honest. Yesterday, for the first time, I tried to play online. Every single game was against bots, so I then just decided to jump straight in and play GB. Again, people on GB were saying, hey, do you know, like nobody ever talks on GB, but every GB game was, hey, what do you think about this game? Do you also think it's dead? So everyone was playing GB because there was no online. Like, you'll notice here in this game we're spawning in late and searching a 4-man party. This was actually my first ever game of Alpha that I think I've still had saved up, and great way to start off there with a trade. But I'll talk about the gameplay and my King of the Hill tips because this is going to be classed as my Play Smarter. Now, for those that don't know, my Play Smarter will be kicking off again, and that's where I either take a game, a specific game mode, or a specific point from a subscriber, say they want to work on the wall bounce, they want to work on positioning, and I will give an in-depth tutorial because I feel there's a gap where commentators will quite often put up big scores but never really explain how they're doing it or how they got better at the game. So I'm just here to help you guys out, and you seem to have been enjoying that series a lot, and I've kind of neglected it, so it's going to be coming back. And you'll notice here we're getting straight into shotgun battles because this is Alpha, and it's actually fun when you play Alpha, when there's a full team against you, not bots. But yeah, I'm going to jump into the King of the Hill tips, so don't worry about that. If you're looking for these King of the Hill tips, I'll give you some. But yeah, basically my kind of thing with YouTube is if I'm not in the mood, because it's not a job for me, I'm not paid, I appreciate every subscriber, but it doesn't take over my life. You know, I did post originally every single day, and I would still carry on doing that because I have the ability to do that. You know, all I have to do is render and click upload and do a 10-minute commentary. You know, it's no big hardship. So you know, I would do a commentary every day if I enjoyed the game, but for me the game's gone a little bit downhill, and again I'm going to talk about that. We've got like 8 minutes left in the video, so we should be able to get through it. But yeah, I don't just want to throw up a commentary every day and have some half-hearted attempts, because the way I see YouTube is it's almost, if you want to call it a business, it's nothing like a business, but the way I approach it is I try to be at least semi-professional. So famous music artist called Scroobius Pip, who's one of my favourite artists, said he was mocking journalists in this video, in this music video, and he was saying, you know, journalists, they don't even really come up with any news anymore. They just kind of read it off a script. They don't come up with any breaking news. It's all just very generic stuff, like a murder. And he was saying, you know, if you throw shit at the wall, you know, some of it will stick, but at the end of the day, your wall's still covered in shit. And that's the way you should look at YouTube, you know. I could continue to put up a commentary every single day, but it would be a half-assed attempt, and my subscribers don't want to see that, and new people coming to my channel don't want to see that. You know, I've tried to make it so every single video has got something unique, albeit teaching you, albeit a rage, montages, like consistent montages, or just good commentaries, or the daily news that I give out. When there's some piece of news in Gears of War that's worth mentioning, I will upload it. So if someone clicks on one of my videos, they know what my channel is about. In each video, I explain about my channel. I record in HD. I try to make it as professional as I can, and then I will upload it. And there are certain uploads that I upload private, and then I watch them again and think, you know, that wasn't worth it. But I delete them because, you know, I don't want somebody to click on my channel and their first video say to be some half-arsed commentary, because they aren't going to kind of come back to my channel. So yeah, I tried to make each one unique. So we'll talk about that. So that's basically why I haven't been posting, because I don't want a load of shit on my channel. I want it to be good quality for you guys as well. So we'll jump into the King of the Hill points in 1 second. All I want to say is, guys, get on the Gears forums, okay? Literally, the game is dead. When you go on the Gears forums, there aren't complaints about the sniper glitch where you scope in and you hit the floor, or the Lancer having a head modifier, even when it's an automatic rifle. There's no complaints like that anymore. There is... The only complaints I'm seeing... there is a... Sorry, I'm just reading the forums now. There is only either weapon skin issues, characters not looking right, people getting glitched out of the game being slow, people not being able to find them, and there's no real bugs. and there's no real discussion. Now they've set up kind of like three areas of the forum. You've got the multiplayer campaign and the issues, and just the general Gears 3. Now each one just talks about the same issues. There's nobody that's talking about gameplay. And you know, last week Gears of War 1 had 20,000 people play a ranked match in Execution or Warzone, and honestly, I think that was more than Gears 3 because I haven't seen anyone online, and that's why I've stopped playing it. So you want to get on that forum and just tell them, you know, that the Lancers, that's what it is. That's the only problem. Maybe the shotguns, when you hard aim them, it's still like a sniper, like in Gears 2. It's still like the title update 6 shotgun, because it just downs you from miles away, and it's not fun. And people play this game for fun. The ranking system. Now, once you've completed the ranking system, like me, what's the point of me going on the game? I'm not ranking up, and I'm not ranking up, and it's just not very fun. They may as well just add some prestiges, and people say that's like COD, yeah, but it keeps the game going. If I had a red wing for Prestige 1, a green wing for Prestige 2, and so on, or I unlocked a certain skin that when people saw me, they're like, oh, I know what rank he's on, it would keep me playing, you know? But when everything's just available to buy, there's no real incentive to play. But, yeah, so just get on this forum, you know, or at least just play the game. Just hit me up and we'll play, because I do want to play this game. But there's just nobody online. Like I said in my old commentary, I can't keep playing against bots. You don't want to watch that. But anyway, we'll jump into King of the Hill thingy now. Now that's been a completely different style to my usual play smarters, but this one's kind of just to reintroduce the series again, because people have forgotten about it. What I do is I let people submit gameplay. There'll be a link in the description, so you can upload your gameplay to, say, ZShare, and then you just post a link on my website. I'll then look at your gameplay, and if I think there's a good talking point about it, if you don't have to be the best at the game. The idea is that you've either got a really good gameplay, and then I can demonstrate that and show my subscribers, you know, how to get better at the game, or you've got a really poor gameplay and you just want to know, you know, why did I do so bad? You know, I seem to be trying my best, but I just wasn't pulling off the scores. So I'll try my best to point you in the right direction. So the idea of King of the Hill is we are playing in a 4-man party. From now on, I don't really want to play this game unless I'm in a 4-man party on Alpha, because that's the only way it's fun. 4 people suit this game, 5 people don't. 5 people just ruins pushes, you know, and it just gets very clumsy. So what we're trying to do is literally we're just guarding the hill. Now we weren't talking to each other, you know, like, come on, let's set up. We just kind of knew, like, instinctively, you know, that I'm kind of the sweeper. So what I do is when people push into the hill, I'm the one that, you know, kind of puts his KD on the line, and I'll just go in and I'll push every 1v1. You know, if we're in an equal position, like, obviously if they've got the height advantage, I'm not going to run at them with a Lancer, you know. But what I like to do is, like, you've got Fad with me now. We're just kind of pushing them up the hill. We've got the sniper looking over there, and we're just locking it down. Now this is all you've got to do in King of the Hill. Now the new update to King of the Hill, on the last 10 points, will tell you where the ring's going to spawn. So for one, it will help. The person, like me, now I'm capturing this, I would know where the next one's going to spawn. So that would help our team not get caught out by, say, a spawn where their whole team would spawn, and, you know, then they'd capture it and then they'd manage to hold us off and they'd win. So I think taking random elements out of the game, such as where does the hill spawn, really does improve the game. And people say that it doesn't, then, you know, I think you're a bit foolish, because if I know where the next hill is going to spawn, my team can go and set up properly. If we don't know where it's going to spawn, we've got a second guess, and, you know, we could end up losing the match, and, you know, that's not fun. So you just want to, we have 2 main roles, 2 sweeping, 1 covering, like I'm kind of dropped back into the covering role now that I want to capture this hill. Then, you know, you only really need 1 person at the hill at a time to capture it, unless it's very desperate, then you throw all your men in. But you notice here, I push each 1v1, because if I lose it, then he'll get the ring, so I may as well kind of just push him. You notice I have lost that. That was just me failing, and there's nothing wrong to admit that you failed there. I just missed, but Rob's going to go ahead and clear it up. So if this game kicks back off, and more people play it online, I suspect when the new maps come out, there'll at least be a flurry of players for those first days. So, you know, I'll jump back on it then, and I'll try to provide some commentaries for you. But you know, I can't promise anything because I don't want to just throw up any old commentary, and you know, I don't want to play a game where I'm only against bots. So you notice we just dominate them, and playing alpha is really fun. You know, there's a thread up at the moment that says how many people play alpha, and there's a poll that say 28% of Gears player have never played alpha. And if they go statistics off the forums, you know, maybe alpha might get taken down. So we just need to keep playing the game, otherwise it'll just go downhill. So that's all I wanted to say really. Normal videos will resume if the community come back and there's actually something to play. But for the moment, I'll just be enjoying Skyrim and Battlefield and maybe some FIFA because I don't particularly want to play a game where there's no people in it. So, yep, first commentary in a while. Hope you enjoyed it. Just drop a like and a comment, and yeah, we'll see what we can do.